Happy video day, guys. So, knock over my mirror. Happy video day, guys. So today's video, we're going to be trying out a new foundation. So we're going to be trying out the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. So this is the liquid form of the Vanish Stick, which is a very popular Hourglass foundation. So I got my hands on the sample size of the Vanish Hourglass Liquid Foundation. They were giving this out at Sephora. So if you guys place an order with Sephora, you can get a free sample of this so you can try it out for yourself. I ended up getting the second shade up, which is called Nude, which you guys will see is a little too dark for me. So if you guys think that you're not fair and you're more light skinned and you think of going for the second shade up, you're gonna see it's a little on the very yellow side. So we're gonna go ahead and apply the foundation together. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts. We'll also talk about what they say about this foundation. So let's go ahead and let's start off with the application. I went ahead and filmed for you guys so you guys can see me applying this foundation. So let's go ahead and insert that clip right now so you guys can see it in action. That is too dark for my skin, for sure. Definitely the color is off. It's pretty dark, which is weird because I didn't even get, I got like the second one up because I'm usually not like the fairest, but this is dark. I mean, it's just too yellow. It's just way too yellow for my skin tone. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but in person, like you could tell this is like way too yellow for my skin tone. I definitely could not pull off this color. I kind of look like an Oompa Loompa. But I'm gonna tell you that the coverage is very, very good. Like this is definitely becoming full coverage, but this color is like so yellow. I'm definitely gonna tell you guys that it does look like it's pretty full coverage. I'm using a sponge and the sponge is still giving me a lot of coverage. I bet you if I use a brush, like I wouldn't even have to put like a second layer of this. So this is for sure full coverage and it looks like it's blending pretty nicely on the skin. I hate the color match though. Oof. Like I would have had to have gotten the fairest shade and mixed it with this in order to make it work. Cause this is just like, this is the second one up. I think there was like 4 you could pick from. This is the second one up and this is way too dark. I didn't even think for a second that I would get the fairest one because I was figuring that would match like people with real fair skin tones and I have like more light medium, but nope, this is definitely yellow. I'm gonna try, I mean, I don't think with the sponge it does like total full coverage. You know what, let me try the brush a little bit. Let me try with a brush. Yeah, like typical guys, if you guys want instant full coverage, just use the brush. Don't even do the sponge because the brush is definitely gonna give you that extra full, like most foundations. And I like the application, looks like with both. I think that the brush looks like it would blend it really nice too. I don't know if I love this foundation the way it's sitting. It's like one of those foundations that looks cakey, you know what I mean? Like I can see here on my chin, like all around here it looks a little bit cakey. Like right here, it looks a little cakey. Not sure. I also feel like it's accentuating a lot of my pores. Let me show you guys. This is without putting on anything. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on concealer and some other stuff on my face so that we get rid of this whole yellow tone. So I'm gonna go ahead and read from Sephora what they're saying about this foundation. They say it's a highly concentrated liquid foundation designed to deliver instant full coverage with just half a pump with no primer needed. It definitely says that it's a full coverage. It gives a natural finish. It says it's for all skin types, normal, dry, combination, and oily. So it comes in 32 different shades and it retails for $56 US. Okay, so let's just cut to some thoughts because after reading all of those things that they say, I kind of agree with the full coverage. I definitely agree with that. I feel like this is a very full coverage foundation. If you go in with a sponge, of course, you're going to have less coverage. Then you go in with a brush and you will have a lot more. Now, something that I'm not liking about this foundation is I feel like it is a cakey, powdery looking foundation. Even though it says natural finish, I don't have any real dew in here. Like, it looks a little dewy, but it doesn't give me that natural skin look. I feel like it gives a very powdery skin look. So I don't know if you guys can see in camera, but all around here and all my pores, they're so amplified. Like, I can see every single pore, every single imperfection on my skin right now, and it's frustrating me. Like, I look in the mirror and I'm like, okay, it doesn't look that bad. I get a little closer and I'm like, Like, all around here, I see every single pore. I used a pore filling primer that I always use, and with other foundations, it doesn't look this much. On my forehead, my lines on my forehead, they look a little bit more pronounced. It's not that bad, but I just don't feel like, for me personally, this is a foundation that works for my skin. I am in my 30s, so I don't have perfect skin. I have some fine lines, and powdery kind of foundations and these kind of foundations that look a little bit more matte, they don't look that great on me anymore. They might have looked better on me when I was in my early 20s, but now they don't look as good on me anymore. So my skin for the most part is normal. I'm kind of oily in the T-zone, and then in some areas I get dry. I feel like my chin is a little bit dry now, and I feel like this foundation doesn't work good with my dry chin at all. The foundation to me actually feels drying. Now, I had this problem happen with the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. It's kind of reminding me a little bit of that in all the areas that I'm dry, like right around here, I already starting to feel a little itchy. Now, that is probably because the foundation is very drying, and it's kind of like just drying into those dry patches, and it's starting to like annoy me a little bit. So that to me is not a good sign. I can also tell that this is probably not going to be a foundation that I'm going to love the way it wears. I feel like it's probably not going to wear bad, but I can already tell for me, guys, this is not going to be the foundation that I'm going to love. I could already see it. Even if it wore nice, I cannot get away with wearing this. I feel like it is just a little too drying for my skin. So because of that, I'm going to tell you guys that this foundation for me is a pass. I'm not a huge fan of it. I also feel like I do have more sensitive skin, and like the Tarte Shape Tape foundation did almost the same thing, that it feels a little bit uncomfortable on the skin, so I don't really love that. I'm not going to do a wear test on this foundation because I can already tell this is not going to be a good foundation for me, and the wear test, I'm just going to have a negative result because I can already tell that it's something that I don't like. I don't like the way that it feels very drying. I don't like the way that it feels even more drying in the areas that I have dry patches, and I don't like the fact that it just is not sitting nice on my skin. It makes me look older. It's very powdery. This is not the foundation for me. So I'm going to tell you guys, if you have mature skin, if you have dry skin, you're not going to like this. I don't think so. If you have oily skin, you might want to give this a go. It does feel very drying, so you might actually like that. Now, if you like medium coverage foundations, this looks very full coverage, and it does look like you're wearing makeup. So if you really like to pack on that makeup, you might like this. But for us that like medium coverage foundations, this is not the foundation for us, guys. So I will give you guys any updates that I have in the description box, but I'm not gonna give this a whole go. I just can totally tell this is not the foundation for me. I don't like it for me personally. So yeah, sorry guys, but this one is just not a good one for me. I don't like the way it looks. I just don't like the way it feels on the skin either. And honestly, it's just not worth me doing the wear test because I already can tell you guys it's not gonna be a good result because I already don't like it. Even it can't wear beautifully because I don't like the way it looks right now. So it's funny because if I look at it on camera, I'm like, oh, well, it looks really pretty on camera, and it does. It looks nice on camera, but in person, I can see it look cakey. I'm gonna tell you guys, if you're even considering this, get the sample. Buy something from Sephora and get the sample, or go to Sephora and ask for a free sample. But try this sample out before you buy the full version of it, because I do feel like this is going to be a real big hit and miss. I don't think everybody's going to love this foundation. There's just something about it that I'm just not feeling. I really am not feeling it. I don't like the way it makes my pores look. I don't like the way it makes my skin look. And like I said, just like the Tarte Shape Tape foundation, I feel like the areas that are dry are starting to feel a little itchy on on me, which means that this foundation has a very drying effect to it. And that's what I've noticed with foundations that do that, is they're very drying. Really disappointed. I really wanted to like this foundation because it is Hourglass, and a lot of Hourglass products I really do like. So I really wanted to like this. I personally would say go for this guy. This one from L'Oreal, the Infallible 24-Hour Foundation, is incredible. If you like a natural finish but that it has a little dew to it, I love this L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Wear Foundation. This has been a go-to to me. And also I just finished picking up the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumière Radiance Foundation. This one has a little bit more lumi to it. This one looks amazing on my skin too. These two are a lot better than the way this one looks and feels. So for me personally, I'm not going to pick up the full size of this. I just know I'm not going to like it. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I mean, I'm sure there's other people on YouTube that have different opinions than me, so if you guys want to see other opinions, go for it. But I'm just telling you from my perspective, it's just not worth the price tag. I think there's a lot better foundations out there, and the Vanish Stick Foundation is drying too. This one even feels more drying to me than the original Vanish Stick Foundation, and that's just to me a no-go. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me your thumbs up and leave me your comments below. And yeah, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.